The annual calendar highlights November 11 as Diwali holiday, but it is always tentative since the definitive date is finally worked out based on lunar calculations. The Guyana Hindu Dharmic Sabha is sticking to the November 11, while the Viraat Sabha's lunar calculations point to November 10. The Minister of Public Security has gazetted November 10 as Diwali Day. That's the bone of contention. Pandit Prasad of Viraat Sabha was asked to explain why his organization recommended November 10 as Diwali Day.
The difference comes from the calculation of what we call the Pancham. It's an astrological text, and all the astrological text that has been is related to the zone, like for example the Caribbean, Trinidad, Suriname, Guyana, all has indicated very clearly that the holiday falls on the 10. Also, the holiday actually is being observed according to the lunar sign, the moon, and the day is called Amavasya, which it ends on the 11th at 1:47 p.m. So if Deepavali has to be celebrated, it will have to be celebrated before the 11th, 1:47 p.m. and the closest night to that is on the 10th.
The Dharmic Sabha at a press conference last week said that they have contacted experts on the matter, and according to their calculations, the 11th is the correct date. The PPPC has stated that before the beginning of each calendar year, the Minister of Home Affairs is provided with a list of holiday dates to observe throughout the country for the incoming year. And long before the May 2050 elections, the former Minister of Home Affairs, Clement Rohi, had signed off November 11th as the Diwali holiday. That party is now demanding that the date given as a national holiday be withdrawn forthwith and that November 11, 2015 be declared the national holiday. Pandit Prasad says there is nothing political about the change of date.
The question has been asked many times. Why is it happening this year? Because some people thought it is a political kind of intervention. And I have made it very clear to the general public that politics has nothing to do with this. This is a religious thing, and when we do make mistakes, we must be bold enough and strong enough, brave enough to go out and say, we have made a mistake.
The Dharmic Sabha, which represents 120 mandirs across the country and is supported by other Hindu bodies, says that they have set up a system to avoid a repetition of the change of date.
In an effort to prevent this type of difference next year, after we heard of the conflict that could have arisen, we extended an invitation to all of the organizations, including the Viraat Sabha, Pandit Rudra, Guyana Gandhi Youth, Pandit Balbadar and the Mahasabha to discuss next year's date, among other organizations. The Viraat Sabha outright refused to attend our meeting. All the others promised to attend, but that small grouping did not show up. The Central Arya Samaj and the Hare Krishna ISKCON movement, they were there and they were in discussion with me. For me, if people refuse to come to a table to discuss and to agree, then there is no real desire for Hindu unity.
For HGP 90 News, I'm Jessica Daw.